Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a VM, a virtual machine, using Google Cloud Console. If you have never used Google Cloud, let's say you have no experience from any public cloud, don't worry at all, this is the video for you. If you want to follow me in this video, you need to have an account on Google Cloud, okay? So if you have not created any account yet, or you are thinking to create, do not wait, just create an account because we're gonna have a lot of videos coming up in the future. This is the time to create the account, okay? Just create the account and start learning today. So what are we going to learn? So we are going to create the VM, then we are going to connect to that VM. After that we are going to install Nginx, and end of the video, of course, I need to clean up my resources. Pretty much everything I'm going to explain to you while I'm creating the VM on the Google Cloud Console, okay? So just follow me along. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get started. So once you log into console.cloud.google.com, this is how it's gonna look like. You are going to have a project, right? I'm not going to show you how to create a project because I have shown you in the previous video. So I'm gonna go for Compute Engine, and from there I'm gonna browse to VM instance because that's the virtual machine instance. Once you click in there, it's gonna land you right here. From here we can just create just by clicking the create instance, or we can do it also from the top. As you can see, create instance, suspend, stop, start. So let's create the instance. First of all, we need to name our instance. So I'm gonna call it demo-vm. I'm gonna add a label. Labels are case sensitive, as you can see, so you should put label with lowercase. So the first label is a key and value, is a key value pair. So I'm gonna call it env, and type is basically dev, a dev env basically, even though it is not. I'm creating this VM just for this video, okay? So in the region, I'm going to choose North Europe, Finland, because that's where I'm located. In the zone section, I'm gonna go with North 1C. On the right hand side, you can see monthly estimated bill, $28.03, okay? So this is a demo purpose video. So I'm just gonna walk you through. I'm not gonna go with a powerful instance. Instead, I'm going to provision a less powerful one, okay? So that I do not have to pay a lot of bills for it. So 1-core CPU with 3.75 gigabyte of memory is enough for me. And I'm gonna choose, it's not going to be a GPU one because I have nothing to do with the GPUs. So I'm not gonna choose any GPUs for it. And GPU is not actually supported for this because that requires certain types of VM and confidential VM service. And this service actually adds protection to your data in use by keeping memory of this VM encrypted with keys that Google doesn't have even access to, okay? So if you have such scenarios, you can go ahead, checkmark this option. So as you can see, there are some conditions for this one. So the series has to be N to D, and then the machine type has to be N to D standard 2, and boot disk image to a confidential OS image. So there are, as you can see, there are a couple of options you need to consider. So if you satisfy that, definitely you can go with this, okay? So this is a demo purpose video. I'm not gonna go with this. I just wanted to show you. I could even deploy a container. In this video, I'm not going to show you how to deploy the container. It's coming possibly in the upcoming videos, okay? The boot disk is going to be a 10 gig of storage, okay? 10 gig is more than enough for us. The default image is a Debian based image, so we have Debian 10, but I'm going to change it to Ubuntu image, okay? So you can see a couple of options here from the top down. You can also use your own custom image. If you have built any already, you can also use from the snapshot. And if you have an existing disk, that you can also use, okay? So there are a couple of options that you can go for. But in this video, I'm gonna go with a Ubuntu image. And let's choose Ubuntu possibly. You can go also with Windows if you would like to. But I'm gonna go with Ubuntu 20, maybe it's okay for me. I do not need more than 10 gig, therefore I'm gonna go with this one. If you need a bigger one, of course you can replace the number. Okay, so here you can see when deleting the instance what we would like to do. We want to delete the boot disk as well, otherwise you're gonna get some bills if you delete the VM but you do not delete the disk. So encryption keys, I always prefer to go with Google managed encryption keys so that I do not have to worry about the rotation of the keys. I let them handle the keys for me. And snapshot, so if you want to back up the data in the disk, you can actually schedule a snapshot. You can definitely go for that. Here I'm not gonna go for it, okay? So I'm gonna skip that. So in the identity and API access, we are going to go with the Computer Engine default service account. In this video, we are not going to talk about service account because this is what is not required at this point. There will be a separate video about it. We want to allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic. By default, all incoming traffic from outside is blocked. So therefore, we are specifically going to open port 80 and port 443, which is HTTPS, right? So we want to connect to our Nginx service from anywhere. So this is why we would allow HTTPS traffic. Network interfaces, we are going to go with the default disk. We do not have any additional disk. Security, if you need, then you can turn on secure boot. But in this video, I'm going to escape it. We are not going to generate any kind of keys for this secure shell SSH. The reason I'm actually skipping some of the options that you see is because this video is going to be really long. I'm gonna make a lot of videos around VM, so do not worry, those videos are going to be 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so if you want, if you can also enable deletion protection. Let's say if you want to delete the VM, then it's gonna say, hey, this VM is protected, you cannot delete it. Okay, and let's say for some reason you need to have the bootstrap script, you can actually write the shell script right there. I'm not gonna do it right here because they are coming in the managed instance group. Automatic restart, we can leave it on because it's gonna help you if there non-user initiated event like hardware failure or some other issues, then Google actually will try to restore the service for you. So this is the gcloud equivalent command. Okay, so we are all set. Now we are going to create the instance. So if you like CLI, you can copy the gcloud equivalent command to the terminal and then run that. So that will also create the instance that you create from the Google Cloud Console. Our instance size is too small. It doesn't even take a minute to create the instance. Alright, so it was pretty fast, I would say. So once the instance is created, you can see a couple of things. First of all, okay, let me hide the panel. This is annoying to see the panel. So we have a public IP address. We have got the zone, right? And if you click on the top, then you can see you can start, stop, you can create a schedule, you can delete, you can see logs, view matrices, and stuffs like that related to your virtual machine. And if you click on here, you can actually connect to your VM using gcloud command, or you can directly connect using a browser. Okay, so if you click on the ellipsis, then you can see a lot more options like stop, suspend, the similar thing that you have seen on the top as well. Green means that your VM is up and running. Okay, so if you click on view logs, we don't have logs, actually much logs here. We have a bit, right? We don't have much, just created the instances. So you can see a couple of errors here. Error restarting services, right? So if you look at the log and if you see that something with red color with 2 exclamatory sign, it means that something is wrong, right? So this is where you can actually see the logs of your VM. This is a very good place to look at quickly what has happened. So if you click on the VM, this also gives you the overview of your VM, right? Like creation time, status, is running, the description, instance ID, machine configuration. And if you are, let's say, planning to update the size of the instance, you can also do it just by clicking the edit button on the top. So firewalls, we can see we have HTTP and HTTPS. Let's say if you want to change the size of the instance, you could just hit the edit button. It's not only the size. If you want to modify some of the options that you have initially configured, but you think that you need to do something, some refactoring, you are absolutely free to do that. Once you have done and you are happy with the changes, you can just click on the save button. That's it. That will update the configuration. Okay, so now let me click on the open in browser window. So we are going to use SSH. So click on open in browser window and I'm gonna click connect. Then straight boom, I'm connected to my VM we have just created a while ago. As you can see on the top, this is an Ubuntu image, and I'm gonna update the packages. So I have to get update -y. This is not working. You can see some permission denied. So therefore I'm gonna use sudo, which will give me the permission to update. And if you encounter such issues, remember that this is permission issue because you didn't have enough permission to update the. As we said that we are going to install Nginx, so after we install, we are going to check if Nginx is running or not. It should run. So as we can see, Nginx is running, is up and running. So that's it. We could actually run a curl command on our localhost. So curl HTTP and then localhost. So it's running on port 80. We can see, wow, awesome, right? Welcome to Nginx. So Nginx is actually exposed to port 80. So when I browse to my public IP address, it did not actually expose the service. Is because the API traffic management API was not enabled. Is because I am actually using a new account for this demo. Therefore, nothing was literally enabled here, which is why I got the error message. In such cases, I'm going to show you how you can troubleshoot. So right here on this page, network analysis, you would see that it will tell you enable network analysis API. I can't remember exactly. Whatever you see, it tells you to enable, just enable it, okay? So after that, I'm able to, I'm able to access my Nginx. Thanks for watching this video. More videos are coming on Google Cloud and Azure Cloud. If you did not subscribe yet to my channel to get content like this, don't forget to press the subscribe button. I noticed that 95% of my viewers actually are not subscribed. So to support me, do subscribe, like, comment, and let me know how you feel about this video. If you have any special request, just let me know. If I have some time, I will try to make videos on that.